This is perhaps the most important piece of any subscription pricing offer and strategy. As we think about and as we help our clients talk about what is the right metric or the best metric, we really think about 4 different screens that we talk through. One, does it track value? And there are typically a lot of different metrics that track value. And often the most ideal from a tracks metric perspective becomes less ideal as we layer in the next set of screens here. So first question is always, does it track value? If it does, that's a consideration from a metric perspective. The second one, is it enforceable and measurable? Often we've been identifying metrics that would be great from a value tracking perspective, and we have no ability or visibility into how they may be implemented on a customer site. If we are not able to measure them and enforce them, it becomes a metric that is not a suitable one for our solution. Third, can we sell it either through our sales organization or channel? Do we have that ability to actually bring this to market? For companies that sell through channels, this becomes even more complicated because we're dealing with businesses that we don't have a direct influence over. And fourth, can our customers buy this? Often what we're dealing with is situations where we're coming up with great metrics that meet the first 3 criteria, but it's a new method or metric for our customer base to buy into. In those situations, we're going to be having to train and educate our customers along the way on that metric and how to use it as much as on the solution itself. So typically, if you can find a metric that is that your customers are familiar with, that you can piggyback on, even in a separate area of the business, that will be beneficial and really help with gaining traction faster. So when we talk about metrics, what are we talking about here? Now, these are some examples of different types of metrics, and certainly hybrid metrics where you're using multiple aspects are also possible. You know, per employee per month is an example of a user and a term. So, but usage-based, if you use it, you pay for it. Transactions, downloads, records, calls, machines. The more you use it, the more you pay. The less you use it, the less you pay. Often this is one that becomes difficult from a measurable and enforceable perspective. User-based, you've got seat-based, named users, concurrent users, application users. So again, the different type of user scenarios depend on the workforce that will be implemented in. It could be the size of the organization, revenues, employees, location, geographically based, local, regional, national, international. It can be within a certain department in a company, finance or marketing. And then term. Again, this is often the one that when you see a hybrid, this is often the one that's included in that. You know, minute, hour, days, months, years as an example.